Hello everyone and welcome to the Daytona International Speedway, the world's center of racing for the NASCAR Cup Series Coke Zero Sugar 400. Alex Bowman and Joey Logano lead us to the green flag. We are underway here in Daytona on the second to last race of the regular season. Just today and next week in the Southern 500 at Darlington are the last two chances for anyone below the cut line to win and find their way into the playoffs. As in turn one they go for the first time today, Bowman clear for the race lead over Joey Logano with a good shove from Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. A couple of Ford teammates who have worked very well together over the years when they were teammates at Penske, and now here when Brad is at RFK as well, still being Ford Alliance teammates. Bowman clear over Keselowski, trying to drive away with the race lead. Brad there in second. How about Todd Gilliland going three wide for third place with a shove from Byron. Gilliland trying to make some hay, but now Brad Keselowski to the inside of the 48, and Keselowski making a move for the lead here at Daytona. Brad wants his second win of the season. Remember, he's one of the winners who is not safe in points if we have two upset winners in a row here. Keselowski on the inside of Bowman. Bowman will lead the opening lap of racing here at Daytona, but Brad Keselowski's there on the inside. And that RFK Ford is looking to take the lead away here at Daytona. But here comes the 38 of Todd Gilliland to the inside. How about the big old car? Four wide for the lead through turn 1 and 2. Byron moved Gilliland. They almost wrecked, man. They saved it. Unbelievable. Gilliland with the nose ahead for the lead, but here comes the 24 of William Byron on the inside of the shove from Michael McDowell. And they are once again three wide, 4, 5, 6 rows deep for the lead. Unbelievable racing to start here at Daytona. Byron in control. Keselowski, Bowman bouncing off the wall. Big stack up coming out of 4. Everyone says that we stay green. Byron now clear for the race lead as they're three wide behind him. Now on to lap 6, Byron still even. Here comes the 20 of Christopher Bell to the inside. Bell swings to the inside of William Byron and goes to the lead in turn 1. Can Bell take the lead now? Bell, of course, already a two-time winner this season. Looking to add some more playoff points to his total. Byron, of course, his only win came at Phoenix all the way back in March. It's been a long time since William Byron has won this season. Trying to turn that around here at Daytona. He goes to the inside of Bell. Byron trying to take the lead right back. He's got help from Bell's teammate of Ty Gibbs in the 54, who is looking for some points today, secure his spot in the playoffs for the second year in a row here in our NR2003 season. As Byron leads the way over Gibbs, there's Larson trying to get third away from Bell as well. Byron clears, maintains lead on lap 8. Here comes Tyler Reddick in the 45. Reddick to the inside of William Byron. And now Reddick, who's in a must-win situation to make the playoffs because Ryan Blaney won last week in Michigan, bumped Tyler Reddick out, who is the top 5 in points. And this is a crucial mistake for the 45 team. But Reddick takes the lead now. He's got to win either today or next week in Darlington to make the playoffs. But now here comes the 31, Daniel Hemrick on the inside of Reddick. And now Hemrick looking for the lead here at Daytona. But Ross Chastain not about to let that happen. The Melon Man takes it 3 wide for the lead. Now here comes three-time winner already this season, Ross Chastain, going for the race lead here at Daytona. Gets to the inside of Daniel Hemrick. 3 wide as they go through 3, 4. Ty Gibbs bouncing off the wall, almost wrecking right there. But Chastain will now take the lead away here at Daytona from Daniel Hemrick with a shove from Bubba Wallace in the 23. And now Bubba Wallace on the inside of Chastain for the lead on the lap 11. Side by side, they continue to battle. Wallace, of course, won at Texas earlier this season, locked in his playoff spot. He's been pretty solidly top 10 in points all year long. Chastain, 3 wins in the first half of the season. Since then, he's been quiet. Hocevar sideways, he saves it. What a save for Carson Hocevar. He almost wrecked the field right there with Ryan Preece. Somehow they managed to save it, and we keep it green. They still have not wrecked yet as Bubba Wallace continues to work the inside of Ross Chastain. He's got help from Zane Smith and Alex Bowman behind him, trying to push Bubba Wallace to the race lead here. Bubba, we know he's such a great plate racer at these super speed races. First career win was at Talladega. How about BJ McLeod back there in the top 10? But it's Wallace Chastain still fighting for the lead here in Daytona, continuing to do so. On to lap 13 is now Alex Bowman going to try to make it 3 wide for the lead. No 1 and 2. That's what they're going to be. Once again, we are 3 wide for the lead here at Daytona. Bowman now trying to get back to the race lead the way he started this race. He led the opening lap and now is back to the front as he moves Bubba Wallace up to cover Chastain. Now Bowman blocks Zane Smith in the middle. He's got got his teammate Kyle Larson on the bottom, and Bowman's going to slide down in front of his teammate, and Bowman's going to hold the lead here at Daytona. Now he is back to the front trying to get that second win of the season. His last win was a Coca-Cola 600 earlier this year, which locked his spot into the playoffs, as he has been so strong. Now here comes the 22 of Joey Logano to the inside of Bowman for the lead in lap 18. Logano now wanting to get to the front here at Daytona, and Logano and Bowman, the two who started on the front row, are right back in those positions here. 18 laps in, Logano taking the lead, but here comes William Byron. That 24 has a fast race car today. He is charging by Bubba Wallace now, shoving Logano past Byron's teammate of Bowman, and Logano to the lead here at Daytona. They continue to be 3 wide behind them, and now Logano in control of this race. Now here comes William Byron. He wants his turn to take the lead. Now Byron to the inside, and Byron will now take the lead away from Joey Logano. He had help there from Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott. And now Keselowski going all the way to the apron there. And Keselowski going to try to make it 3 wide into 3 for the lead. And he will. Now here comes Keselowski once again, making his second charge to get to the race lead here at Daytona. On the inside of Byron out there now, 3 wide, 3 rows deep here in Daytona for the lead. Intense racing. Something's got to give. But it is still Keselowski just by a hair over William Byron leading that lap. But don't look down behind him. You got the 9 to Chase Elliott also has finally driven his way back up to the front. Elliott has a good car today. See how he can do as he goes to the inside of Brad Keselowski. Once again, 3 wide for the lead here in stage 1 at Daytona. Chastain sends it. Now we're 4 wide for the lead again out of turn 2. Luckily, Keselowski slides in front of William Byron, and we avoid absolute calamity there. Now it's Elliott, Keselowski, and Chastain once again to the bottom 3 wide. Chastain forcing his way back to the race lead here. The 1 of Chastain is fast, and he is aggressive. He wants that 4th win of the season. How about Ross Chastain to the lead here at Daytona? He's got a shove from Christopher Bell, who's already had a stint in the race lead. Now Chastain goes to the middle, opens the door for Christopher Bell, and here comes Bell to the inside now as this battle continues for the lead between Bell, Chastain, and Elliott. Elliott just barely hanging on to the outside of Ross Chastain right there. 3 wide, 4, 5, 6 rows deep into turn 1 and 2 here at Daytona. The racing is incredible. A huge check up on the bottom from Cindric, and Bell is clear for the lead. Now here we are on lap 23. The 23 of Bubba Wallace to the inside of Bell for the lead. Now Bubba wants to lead this race once again. Wallace showing his speed early here at Daytona, taking the lead away from his Toyota teammate of Christopher Bell. Bowman right there behind him, giving him a big push here, coming down this back straightaway. Behind him, Bowman out going low. You got Daniel Hemrick having a pretty solid top 5 run so far today. So everyone's doing good so far. Bell at the front back here. Everyone 3, 4 wide throughout the pack. So far, clean race. Now here comes Bowman to the inside of Hemrick. Bowman trying to take the lead once again on the inside of Bubba Wallace. See Bell way up on the outside lane. Nearly 4 wide throughout the pack. Crazy intense racing here at Daytona. Just think what it will be in the final stage if it's like this in stage 1 as Bowman leads that lap over Bubba Wallace with a huge push from Joey Logano here at Daytona. Chastain, Priest there, almost 4 wide into turn 1 and 2. Man, this is tight. 24 laps in. We are now 4 wide inside the top 10 at Daytona. Are they going to make it unscathed? Priest, Chastain, side-by-side contact, and around they go. There goes Bell and Priest in front of the pack. Chastain's in it, a big stack up in front of the field. Ty gives it a huge hit for Chastain back there. And the caution will come out for the first time. The way that they were racing, it was only a matter of time. It was Ross Chastain and Ryan Preece getting together, collecting Christopher Bell and Austin Cindric. Ty Gibbs nowhere to go, right into the door of Ryan Preece. Justin Haley collects damage, and then Chastain gets drilled by the 14 of Chase Briscoe. Just 3, 4 wide gone wrong. That is no way that was going to work coming out of 2. And the big one strikes here at Daytona, taking out some really good race cars like Ross Chastain and Ty Gibbs. Briscoe is also done. Big damage to Austin Cindric. See Ryan Preece heavily damaged. He was trying to make it into the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row. That's not going to happen unless he pulls off an upset at Darlington. Meanwhile, a race back to the line for the lead. Joey Logano is just going to edge out Alex Bowman for the lead at the caution. Now we're back underway on lap 29. It'll be Daniel Hemrick leading us to the green alongside Logano, Chase Briscoe, Parker Retzlaff, Ryan Preece, John Nemechek, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric all out of the race, leaving us with 33 in the race. Chastain currently 2 laps down, the only car off the lead lap right now. But a lot of guys back in the field have no hood, so I mean something must have happened on pit lane, because there was no way guys like Keselowski, Larson, all those guys back there have that damage without something going on. So Logano with the temporary advantage down, coming down the backstretch. Now it's Daniel Hemrick taking lead. We see back here there's Chastain way off the pace from that damage. Larson has no hood for some reason. Same thing for Brad Keselowski, William Byron. I mean, these are some of the best cars that were right up there in contention. Hocevar. So I don't know what went on there. But that's a shame. Larson's your points leader, but he has a big enough cushion. He might be okay. And then for Byron, definitely had one of the fastest cars. And unfortunately, that's going to come to an end here. As meanwhile, Daniel Hemrick's leading, but here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott to the inside of Daniel Hemrick, and Chase Elliott is going to take the lead away here at Daytona, or will he? Here comes Suarez to the inside, not quite there. Elliott's going to hold off Suarez, block his line as they go into 1 and 2, and Chase Elliott will lead the field here at Daytona late in stage 1. Now in just 9 to go in the stage is now Daniel Suarez leading this race. And the 99 Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing, doing it for his teammate Chastain, who had led for so long earlier. But how about who's in second? Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen. SVG going for the lead here at Daytona, trying to steal a stage win. How about that? SVG's first ever NASCAR Cup Series race at Daytona, and he is leading with just 8 laps remaining in stage 1. An impressive drive, staying out of trouble. That initial wreck, now staying in contention. Now SVG's catching big lap traffic with just 5 to go on the stage. There's Larson, Hocevar, Gilliland, Keselowski, Byron. That's 5 cars stacking all these guys up there. Now the lap cars are 3 wide, blocking every line, but Truex is in the better line on the inside here. He's going to move Keselowski out of the way. Now they're going to go nearly 4 wide out of turn 4. Oh my goodness, how did they not wreck right there? And Truex going to start flying by his lap cars. He leads over Austin Dillon and Joey Gase. Now Suarez leading the way with 2 to go in stage 1. He negotiates Ty Gibbs to the east. Chase Elliott there right behind him in second, trying to find his way into his stage. Remember, every playoff point matters, especially with the playoffs starting in just 2 weeks. So Chase Elliott needs to get this playoff point over Daniel Suarez, but Suarez, he needs to win the race, so he needs that track position. Back here, Ty Gibbs stacking up McDowell, Truex, Joey Gase back there, who's somehow running in the top 10 right now, which is insane, but he is in the 44 car for NY Racing as a lap. Ty Gibbs, he was damaged in that big wreck as well. So meanwhile, back to front, Chase Elliott to the inside, Daniel Suarez, and here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott, trying to take the lead away from Daniel Suarez, which he will with ease. Now Elliott trying to hold on as we take the final lap of stage 1. Elliott trying to bring home his 4th stage win of the season, if he can hold on over Suarez. And the 3 of Austin Dillon here. Austin Dillon to the inside of Suarez. Austin Dillon would be the good enough spot in points where if he does win, he would take that playoff spot away from your Daytona 500 champion Noah Gragson. He's trying to make a move on Elliott. Dillon into second. Can he get by the 9 of Elliott as we go down the backstretch for the final time here in stage 1? Bubba Wallace there in 4th. You see up there as well, you got Kyle Busch and Truex 5th and 6th trying to come in here late. Dillon blocking Bubba Wallace. Chase Elliott driving away as they go through 3 and 4 for the final time. And a wild opening stage of racing. They make their way through. Bowman leading that second pack as they come back to the line. Chase Elliott is going to win stage 1 at Daytona. His 4th stage win of the season. Wallace, Dillon, Suarez, Truex the top 5. Kyle Busch, Joey Gase, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman, and Corey LaJoie, the top 10 in the opening stage here at Daytona. So Chase Elliott, another playoff point to his total. A huge stage win here in Daytona. Now we get back underway on lap 53 in stage number 2. It's Austin Dillon and Daniel Suarez leading us back to the green on the restart, side by side for the lead. Behind them, Truex. How about Josh Berry, Cody Ware finding their way to the front now. So a little bit of mixed strategy with these pit stops. We'll see how it all shakes out here in the second stage racing. Truex already trying to go the inside, 3 wide with Austin Dillon and Suarez for the lead. Already the intensity picking up. Truex making a 3 wide pass on the bottom, taking the lead away. Here comes MTJ in his final full-time Cup Series race here at Daytona. Truex taking the lead away from Daniel Suarez in the second stage of racing. Truex trying to find another stage win. He's been strong all year long. 2 wins already in his farewell tour season. Now here comes Daniel Hemrick to the inside. How about Cody Ware going 3 wide for the lead? Daniel Hemrick, Cody Ware, and Martin Truex. They're 4 wide for about 6th place behind them with Stenhouse and Zane Smith almost right there. Still 4 wide all the way through the tri-oval. Oh my goodness, that is close They managed to somehow make it work. Zane Smith still trying to stick his nose in there. 4 wide of a Stenhouse. Hemrick currently prevailing in this battle for the lead up ahead. Still 4 wide as we go through turn 1 and 2. Zane Smith right on Stenhouse's right rear quarter panel. My God, this is some intense racing. Coming out of 2 once again. 4 wide. McDowell making a little bit of contact with Stenhouse. And oh boy, Stenhouse McDowell going another shaking around. Goes to 47. There goes Stenhouse. He slams the inside wall and spins through the infield grass, and the caution comes out as McDowell just doesn't lift and hooks Stenhouse into a hard hit. The passenger side door into that inside safer barrier. Huge hit for Stenhouse. Gonna knock the 47 out of this race for good after having a solid top 10 run going. Had the speed to contend. Not meant to be. Michael McDowell also heavily damaged. He was really strong today, looking for that second win of the season. He comes to the track here, pounds the wall. That's really going to damage that 34 significantly and probably put him off the pace for the rest of the night. Meanwhile, back to front, Daniel Hemrick is going to lead us to the caution flag over Joey Logano in second. Now on lap 72, it is Tyler Reddick leading this race. The 45, once again, must-win situation to make the playoffs. And here comes the 44, Joey Gase. And Joey Gase will take the lead away here at Daytona. On the inside now, a few laps later, is now Elliott leading, stuck behind lap guard Chastain. You got Keselowski holding up Bowman, Berry, and Dillon there on the top line. A little bit of 3 wide action contact, and around goes Keselowski collecting. Berry and Bowman, they slide down the track collecting. Reddick, Logano, and LaJoie. Right at the end of stage 2, the caution comes out again. Josh Berry, just inexperienced. 3 wide, hooks Truex into Keselowski, collects your pole sitter Alex Bowman. Nowhere for Tyler Reddick in a must-win to make the playoffs. Heavy damage. LaJoie and Logano pile in. Logano, who is the other driver on the front row, is destroyed, and Corey LaJoie's hopes of making the playoffs will come to an end as well here at Daytona. Big damage, though. The big story is Tyler Reddick with the huge damage there. Is going to knock him out of this race. Now here you go, SVG coming in hot. Look out! Oh no, SVG just clipped Keselowski before he despawned, and SVG is now destroyed here at Daytona. It'll be a shame to put an end to his day at Daytona here so early in this race. Josh Berry also looks like his hopes are dashed unless he can pull off the upset next week. As Elliott was leading, now Daniel Suarez leads. 5 to go in stage 2, but here comes the 23 of Bubba Wallace to the inside, and Bubba Wallace gonna take the lead away here at Daytona, coming to just 4 laps to go in stage 2. And now on to the last lap of stage 2. Wallace trying to hold off Chase Elliott and Zane Smith behind him. Elliott trying to go for the stage sweep today. He's going for Elliott right behind Bubba Wallace. He's got to run. What does he do with it? Elliott, does he make the move? No. Elliott decides to stay behind Bubba Wallace, and instead Zane Smith pulls out, trying to steal second coming to the line as they get back to the tri-oval now. Bubba Wallace will win stage 2 here at Daytona. Elliott second, Zane Smith, Austin Dillon, Joey Gase a top 5. More stage 27 than BJ McLeod, Cody Ware, Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez. Round out the top 10 with Truex in 6. Now we move on to just 16 laps to go. Bubba Wallace is still leading, but here comes Joey Gase once again, having the run of his life here at Daytona. NY Racing, their best race on record, getting stage points at both stages, and now taking the lead, coming to just 15 to go here in Daytona. Now Elliott to the inside, 3 wide. Look out for the lap car, Chris Buescher. Elliott sends it to the bottom, gets blocked by Chris Buescher. Cannot get by for the moment. Buescher blocking Elliott, Gase, and Bubba Wallace. For the moment, now he decides to block Joey Gase in the middle. Wallace sends it on the outside. Elliott on the bottom, and now it'll be Wallace clear for the race lead. Elliott trying to make a move by in second. Austin Dillon and Truex come through as well. Gase and Kyle Busch still being held up right now as Zane Smith goes around on the outside lane. Now here we are coming to just 12 to go. Bubba Wallace gets past. Now it's Suarez in the lead behind his Trackhouse teammate of Chastain. Multiple laps off the pace. Same thing for William Byron. And now Suarez goes to the top. Truex to the bottom. Both decide to go with different lap cars here. Suarez goes with Byron. Truex goes with Chastain. And Truex looks like he's going to push Chastain ahead here. Goes to the inside. Now trying to make a 3-wide pass to get all these cars out of the way. And now down the backstretch, all these guys going low. I mean, everyone making evasive action. There's something going on there. So Michael McDowell stopped on the outside lane of the racetrack. Smoke pouring out the back of that race car. What has happened? Looks like Michael McDowell just blew an engine in the middle of turn 1 and then finally parked it coming out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. And so just like that, now Michael McDowell will be out of this race. He was already a lap or two down off the pace just because of being involved in that incident with Ricky Stenhouse earlier. Now the engine lets go on the 2021 Daytona 500 champions. Elliott almost causes an incident there, merging back onto the racetrack as Truex leads with the caution flag. And now we have a restart here at Daytona with just 7 laps to go. It is Martin Truex Jr. alongside Kyle Busch in a must-win situation to make the playoffs. Can Kyle Busch do the upset and continue the win streak to get in the playoffs? Side by side for the lead. We are back underway. 7 to go in Daytona. Will we have an upset winner, or will the playoffs remain the same with 16 winners going to the regular season finale next week in Darlington? As Truex now to the inside of Kyle Busch, going to be taking the lead away. They're now nearly 4 wide for third place. Bubba Wallace being aggressive with Daniel Suarez. They hang out Austin Dillon, and now it's Suarez, Busch, and Wallace 3 wide for seconds. Truex leads the way now. 6 laps to go. Next time by it will be 5 to go. It is Suarez on the inside of Truex, and now Daniel Suarez in the 99 also trying to win his way into the playoffs. He would have the points to do it. He's got help from the 71 of Zane Smith, an Alliance teammate over at Spire Motorsports with that Trackhouse support. And now Suarez making his way out of turn 4 through the trial. Suarez leads the way with 5 to go in Daytona, but here comes Zane Smith and Chase Elliott behind him. Zane Smith also going to get his first career win as they make their way now through turn 1 and 2. Zane Smith to the inside of Suarez. Here comes the 71. Zane Smith looking for the race lead and possibly a huge win here at Daytona for Spire Motorsports. He's got a big push from Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch behind him. And here they come down the back straightaway. Zane Smith going to get a big push into 3 and 4 and pull ahead of the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Now here comes Zane Smith. Can he pull off a huge upset here with a win at Daytona? I'm not sure if he would have the points, though, to make it in over Noah Gragson, who's currently the lowest winner and 22nd in the points. Zane Smith leads here, just 4 to go at Daytona, but he's got a hungry Chase Elliott behind him. You know Chase Elliott is itching to get that second win. Now here comes the 9. Chase Elliott got a nose to the inside. Zane Smith moved him to the middle, and we are now 3 wide for the lead at Daytona with just 4 laps to go. Chase Elliott going for it all. Elliott to the lead with a huge push from Kyle Busch. You know, the 8 car, Kyle Busch, has to win to make the playoffs and keep his winning streak alive. Can he do it? He's in a good spot right now behind Elliott as Zane Smith and Suarez can be slowing each other down. 3 wide for second. Elliott is clear. Kyle Busch clear for second as well. Bubba Wallace there in third on the bottom. They have a big gap back to Joey Gase, but Elliott now clear for the lead, coming to just 3 to go. And now here we are, 2 laps remaining at Daytona. Chase Elliott leads, but Bubba Wallace is right there on his back bumper. What will Bubba do? How long will he wait to make his move on the leader to make it happen? Bubba going through 1 and 2. Here he goes. Wallace to the inside, going to make the move down the backstretch with 2 to go. Let's see, did he make the move too early? Wallace and Elliott side drafting each other. Behind them it is Joey Gase and Zane Smith and Truex racing intensely for position here. But Bubba Wallace now getting some momentum. Got a great side draft going into 3. They're nearly 4 wide for 5th place. Wallace trying to prevail over Chase. They're going to be side by side coming to the white flag. This time by white flag in the air here at Daytona. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank. Bubba Wallace with the lead over Chase Elliott. But here comes Joey Gase in the 44 for NY Racing, making his first Cup start in like 4 years. Is now fighting for 3 wide for third with Martin Truex and Zane Smith now. What a battle. Wallace to the lead, looking to pull away and get his second win of the season and finally get that elusive Daytona win that has been so close for so many years. He blocks Chase Elliott on the top. Truex, Gase, and Elliott still 3 wide on the bottom into 3 and 4. Truex doesn't seem to have the help from Kyle Busch, and look at this, exactly what Bubba Wallace wants to see. No runs being generated by anybody behind him. They come down the tri-oval now for the final time. Bubba Wallace is going to win at Daytona. Joey Gase comes home second. What a run. Suarez, Elliott, and Truex the top 5. Zane Smith 6th. Kyle Busch 7th. Daniel Hemrick 8th. Cody Ware 9th. And Austin Dillon will round out your top 10 today. Bubba Wallace, this is his 4th career victory. And gets it done here at Daytona. No bigger place to win. And that's second on the season for Bubba Wallace, starting to really rack up the playoff points. Don't look now, but Bubba Wallace is becoming a sneaky contender, an outside title contender here. As you look at your final race results. Bubba Wallace with the huge win here at Daytona, winning the Stage 2 win and winning the race. Joey Gase with the best run of his entire life, coming home in second in an NY racing car. Daniel Suarez, so close to saving his season, comes home third. Chase Elliott, Martin Truex, strong point stays in the top 5. Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Daniel Hemrick just didn't quite have the moves there at the end of the race. How about Cody Ware with a 9th place finish? Best for him, and then Austin Dillon rounds out the top 10. See the rest of the grid there? Austin Hill, BJ McLeod, shout out to those guys in the top 15. And then the top 26 ended up finishing the race all the way back to Chastain, but most of them were laps down. As you now get your updated playoff grid, 1 race remains until the playoffs. As next week in the Southern 500, Bubba Wallace now slots to be our 6th different multi-time winner, and then only 3 of our winners would have to worry about points if we have a winner from below the cut line at Darlington. That would be Jones, Keselowski, and Gragson. Jones is virtually locked in if he starts the race next week. And then Keselowski and Gregson's basically the points battle. Reddick, Buescher, Suarez, Kyle Busch, everyone below them still win. And that's their only path into the playoffs. So going to be interesting to see what happens in the Southern 500. Last season was a wild race, and Harrison Burton ended up winning, which was insane. We'll see what happens this time around. And before we end the episode, as always, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. So I want to thank my boy Jeremy Isley. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate your support. Keep it up. It helps me make these videos. And if any of you want to become members as well, the link is down in the description down below, or you can hit the join button and get access to exclusive perks. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.